So that's an interesting story. We were just thinking about buying in Barcelona, not really seriously at that moment. And Roger was reading in the New York Times and he said, hey, I read about this guy in Barcelona, this company, Inspire. Maybe we should check them out. And that's how we even found out that you existed. And we had the call. And it gave us a lot of confidence. It gave us a lot of confidence that this is what we needed, the help that we needed to be able to recognize our dream.
Rachel and Rodger,
Yes.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
You've
We're
just
so
bought
excited.
a new property in Barcelona. Happy homeowners now?
We are.
Very excited.
You're from the US. You bought an apartment in Barcelona. What was the number one reason that made you decide to work with Inspire Property Experts?
Yeah, I think we realized how complicated it was. There were so many things. First of all, we don't speak Spanish, unfortunately. And we started looking into it initially when we were thinking about buying in Barcelona. And we realized that there were so many pitfalls and so many things that could go wrong and things that we just frankly don't know about and had no way to find out. So we really understood that we needed some help doing that. And, we looked at different options, but in talking with you, it was obvious that this is what your group does and that you cater to people like us who, don't speak the language, don't really understand a lot about how things work here. And so that's what made us decide. We wanted the security of having everything, kind of taken like a guide to help us so we would make some expensive. So that's an interesting story. We were just thinking about buying in Barcelona, not really seriously at that moment. And Roger was reading in the New York Times and he said, hey, I read about this guy in Barcelona, this company, Inspire. Maybe we should check them out. And that's how we even found out that you existed. Then we had the call. And it gave us a lot of confidence. It gave us a lot of confidence that this is what we needed, the help that we needed to be able to recognize our dream, because it really is.
What were the main concerns or the doubt you had, the concerns, the worries you had before embarking on the journey?
Yeah, I think just the unknown. Spain, I guess, or definitely in this area, there's not a lot of regulation. In the US, the real estate agent can't come and lie to you, basically. And so you have that security there. Here you don't. They can tell you pretty much anything and it's okay. So just the idea that people that really knew what they were doing, do it themselves, for themselves, were there to help us and let us know, hey, this is good, this is not good, this is how it should be. And it was very, very helpful.
Did you look at other options to get support for this process?
We talked about it, honestly. We really didn't, because it was like, what else are we going to find? We found these people. They certainly know what they're doing, and more importantly, it seemed like you understood us, right? We weren't just the generic, oh, we have a buyer, whoever it is, right? You took the time to get to know us and find out what our needs are, what our concerns are, what we're looking for, and that was really important. Very customized that way.
How did the process start? Do you remember that? So one of the first things we did together, because the service we provided to you it's not just helping you buy a property, we also helped you identify, so find apartment, discuss area, neighborhoods, and so on.
I think we met the first time with Anna and Kim, and they were both wonderful and really talked to us about what are we looking for, what do we need, and it was nice because it wasn't just, okay, how much do you want to spend, it was what kind of a life do you want to have here in Barcelona,
yes.
what kind of a neighborhood do you want to live in, what's important to you, do you like art, do you like music, do you like food, those kinds of things. So it was very nice and it felt very comfortable, and they took a big effort to get to know us so they could then help us and recommend some apartments that would be good for us.
Because then after that initial workshop, which was this over Zoom or was this face-to-face?
It was over Zoom.
It was over Zoom, right?
Yeah.
And then we shortlisted some properties based on the outcomes of that workshop.
Yep.
And then you scheduled a trip to Barcelona.
We did.
For a week or so.
We did, yeah, we did. And we went and toured some properties and we didn't end up buying at that time. And the reason for that was we weren't prepared. And that was great information. We thought we knew ourselves what we wanted, and we came and found out that we really didn't know what we wanted. So go figure. So we took some time to go back home and really sit down and say, okay, now, based on the information that we have, what do we need to do? And we adjusted our expectations a little bit, more in line with our budget, I think, and really kind of narrowed down what we were looking for. And that's the key. That I would recommend that to anybody. If you're ready to do this, really get clear on what you want yourself. And you may not get every single thing, but it makes the process a lot easier.
The one thing I'll say here is that it helped us to narrow down location, because I think at first we were kind of all over the place trying to figure out what neighborhood to be in. We knew what we liked when we visited, but it wasn't until getting feet on the ground and walking around at night and seeing what the characteristics, and we finally settled on Left and Champlain and on the Superilla pasteurized streets, and I'm excited that we were able to actually find something here. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Right.